Lastly, to my friend Charlie Kirk. Rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla. Last.
Disciples of the Watch, I stand before you in the name of the one true God, who is cast out from heaven, but is alive. Disciples of the Watch.
So Patel mentions Valhalla. Well, Valhalla Motion Pictures happens to be a very interesting movie company indeed. And as we can see, we have the crescent moon with the Viking yacht idea. So connecting the Middle East Indian with the Viking, which we see a lot in the recent events. An Indian saying Valhalla, I thought it was very interesting. Now, I've seen people making connections with the walking here, walking DAD, and the producer was Anne Hurd, Gally Hurd, 1982. Now, that's the year William was born, a Metonic 7 year. But what's interesting about this company is the movie they made in 98, which was on the trailer with the Snake Eyes movie. But if you can see here, James Cameron, and don't we love that name, has been involved in so much, the Terminator, and of course the Terminator and Aliens. I mean, doesn't get much better than this. This is the birthing of James Cameron. He's got 88 here too with Bad Dreams, just The Abyss, Downtown, whatever that is, but Tremors, Terminator 2, The Water Dance, Raising Cain, and there's Brian De Palma. Of course, that is the guy from Snake Eyes. I thought Snake Eyes was in this crew too, but I couldn't find it here. But look, Dante, we know Dante and Inferno, well covered on this channel for years. Armageddon. I mean, this company has made them, and look at this one. This is the one that we know here. The trailer from the Snake Eyes thing, or movie. And look what it says. Man on campus. And then there's Virus, and then there's Dick. I mean, it's endless. Clock stopping the clock. The Hulk, transformation things, the Punisher. Welcome to the Jungle, Incredible Hulk again. Hellfest. Never ending. And comic books, The Scourge, Dead Man's Run, and Anti. There's certainly a lot to look at. YouTube effect, yeah, how you can't do any good on YouTube unless you're one of them. And the Valerie Red Horse. Then we have this from Vivek at the Turning Point rally. They weren't real keen on Vivek.
And I don't mean to be horribly offensive, but why you seem to be masquerading as a Christian?
Familiar with the Ten Commandments?
You call yourself a Hindu, but you also call yourself Christian.
I don't call myself Christian. I call myself a Hindu. I'm not running to be pastor of Ohio. I'm running to be governor of Ohio, and I didn't run to be pastor of America. I ran to be president of the United States of America. What's your faith?
I'm a Christian. Follower of Jesus.
Great. Do you believe in the Holy Trinity? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit?
I think a lot of people here do. So
good. And that doesn't make you a polytheist, does it?
Probably not, no.
Great. And so in my faith, I believe there's one true God. He resides in all of us, and he appears in different forms, but it's one true God. So I'm an ethical monotheist.
Now, this video just went up today from the Decoding with Cody guy, and it was about Candace Owens. Now, what's interesting about Candace Owens too is the Owens which I've covered many a time, and I did videos on her on my old channel. It was removed. Owen Tudor, Prince of Wales. So the king's idea is right there, and of course it married into British aristocracy, the George farmer, which we've covered. The George, because George is a farmer. And as the KR channel, the Christian Resurrection channel, has pointed out, that the farmer idea is to do with the pharmacopoeia. So interesting days indeed. Now I'm going to just play a bit of this Cody video, just the connections between Candace and Trump, and between the husband and Trump. It's mind-boggling how this little matrix works, that's for sure. So let me just play this now.
So anyways, Candace Owens released a video a few weeks ago. And it was titled, All the King's Men. You guys see this? And if you guys watch this video, she doesn't talk about all the King's Men at all. In fact, what is All the King's Men? Well, All the King's Men is actually a book that was released in 1946. Guys, 1946 is the year Donald Trump was born. It doesn't give us the actual date here, which I'm a bit disappointed. If anyone can find out the actual release date of this book in 1946, that would be very helpful for all you internet sleuths out there. But what are the odds? This book, All the King's Men, was released the year Trump was born. And Candace Owens makes a video about Charlie Kirk titled All the King's Men. And why would she title it this? Because in the video, she doesn't say one time anything about kings. She doesn't even talk about kings in the video. Why did she just randomly title the video All the King's Men? Like, if you watch the video, she doesn't talk about, at least as far as I've watched. I mean, maybe she says something about kings later on, but she doesn't say anything about kings or All the King's Men, which is a book, which again came out in 1936 or 1946, the year Trump was born. But what is this book about? This book is about an assassination. So it's almost as if Candace Owens knows somebody's saying October 1st, 1946. Another person's saying January 1st. We'll look into that. But look at this. All the King's Men is about an assassination in 1935, which, funny enough, that was the year the King Elvis was born. So, I could talk about Elvis in this whole video, okay? But there's another person on.
Now, here's where it gets very interesting about Candace, to do with Mercury years. And Candace was just an exact amount of Mercury years old on the Charlie Kirk day.
Another thing to mention is Candace Owens. Candace Owens was exactly 151 Mercury years. What's a Mercury year on the day that Charlie Kirk was shot? Well, a Mercury year is a span of about 88 days that takes Mercury to go around the sun. So that means Candace Owens was 88 days times 151 on the day of Charlie Kirk's shot. And again, remember, Charlie Kirk was shot 88 days after Trump's birthday. And remember, Trump was actually, it was his Mercury birthday, the day that, so you guys see this? You see how Candace Owens was exactly 151 Mercury years old on the shooting, right? Let's see how old Trump was. If you go from Trump's birth, which again was the year that All the King's Men came out. And then you go from that to the shooting. You go from Trump's birth to the shooting. It was exactly 329 Mercury years. So both Trump and Candace Owens were having a Mercury birthday on the day of the shooting. And the reason that's important is because Mercury is the trickster, right? And remember, I showed you this too, that Charlie Kirk was shot 666, if I can find it. So Kirk was shot 666 Mercury years after Lincoln was shot. So the Lincoln assassination was on a Mercury birthday for the shooting. Candace Owens was on a Mercury birthday for the shooting, and Donald Trump. They were all on Mercury birthdays. So if you guys don't think Mercury birthdays are important, then I don't know what to tell you, because that proves it. Trump, Candace Owens, the two really big people tied to this, were on Mercury birthdays.
The Pulitzer Prize novel becomes a vital, very great motion picture. The story of a ruthless big shot, Willie Stark.
And for the last time, I tell you that nobody, do you hear me? Nobody will tell me how to run this state.
His manners, his morals, and his women.
If I get a divorce...
Maybe we better stop seeing each other.
No, we won't stop seeing each other, will we?
No.
Willie's got big ideas, Jack.
What do you mean?
A girl like that could be a governor's wife or even a president's.
What are you talking about?
He ditched Lucy, he did.
I'm sure that looks like Lois Lane. So I'm going to have to dig a bit deeper into this All the King's Men. You see a very Trump-like character in that one. All right, thanks very much, folks, and thanks awfully to my Patreons. Do you believe dip right down now? It's only about a quarter of the cost of even providing the internet. So find the link on my page, and if you can, chuck a couple of bucks towards the Jungle Man to keep these videos rolling out. A very disappointing result with Patreon over the last year or so. Just keeps going down, down, down. Everything went down. Took the old channel down. And that's that. But anyway, I'll try and keep these videos coming. I'm sure you enjoy them somewhere. People say they do. So it inspires me on. And certainly there's pretty information we cover on this channel. And I'm going to look more at this Indian connection there with this Valhalla bit and Turning Point India. And the guy saying directly to the guy, do you believe in the Ten Commandments? And I'm a Hindu. It's quite fascinating stuff. In the little world around Trump and all these other players. Certainly Candace Owens, long been a very strange one. They were going to have the Trump-Owens 2024 election thing, if you remember correctly. There were hats even made, but then she ran off hanging around with the Kay West guy. And they found John D. Vance. J.D. Vance. How incredible. All right, thanks, folks.